is emotional.
Yeah,
I
because
think emotions are vast. They are what governs every single action that you do.
and choice.
and
Right. So
response
everybody
and
keep on
choice.
attributing emotions to women as if
As
women
in,
alone
I
have
think
them.
what it means, Tammy, is that
So no, no.
our emotions are pulling from different places and spheres that we sometimes seem indecisive. We're not indecisive enough. I don't agree with that point that we're indecisive. It's just that we become attached for different reasons and
And
in different circumstances. That's it.
So why is it
no, let me.
attributed to emotion?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Because you're saying, say, okay, we are going there for shoes and I end up
No.
come up with a belt and an extra pants, whatever, whatever, whatever. How is that attributed to emotional? I look at that as being functional.
Because
You
no, it's
need
because
new clothes, right? So
it's
you need an extra
because
Not
pants or whatever.
necessarily,
hold
not
on, no,
necessarily,
Tommy, hold on there. It's
Hold on, can
because
I?
of the gratification and the joy that
Right.
The
That
emotion.
each
shopping
item
brings.
brings you.
All right.
Exactly.
So because
And how it
hold on.
suits something in you, it depends on how this item or this purchase or this
Makes you
experience
feel.
makes
Hold
me
on.
feel.
All right, I get that. But how did that become emotional with her asking him to buy more clothes for himself? Because it's not like he said, oh, she was excited for this and she loves this and
But
that's why she
all
got it.
right,
Because it's
Tommy, let
not
me
for
answer that
her,
question.
it's for
Let me
him.
answer that
So,
question.
well, I don't explain my question.
Well, yeah, answer your one question. All right, go on.
No, no, I'm just explaining why I don't understand it. Because he's saying that him end up with a 3 pants and a belt. Those 3 pants in my head is okay, you possibly needed the different colors and belt, because honestly, you need a matching belt for the different shoes them. In my strong opinion, it really ticks me off when I see somebody wearing a dark brown shoes with
And
a light
Tommy,
brown belt.
stick a
So
pin. Hold on there. And that's why
it's just
we
a
say
fashion faux pas.
emotional. That's why we say emotional. Because if I the one belt, a man will rock the one belt with any color pants. A woman wants to see, some matching, like you said, it's just a
It's
fashion.
not even wanting to match, it's more like
Mm.
what society deems as proper or improper.
But
So
a man won't care.
it's not
A
about
man
who
is not.
cares, it's
All
about
right.
who will write you up for it. Because
May
I've
I do
heard of men getting written up because they're wearing the wrong shoes with the wrong belt. I think it's goddamn stupid. Why can't I wear a brown bag with black
Yeah.
shoes? No, society deems that a woman must wear black shoes with black bag and black belt.
Society right now is crazy. So we're not even gonna dwell in a society
So
right
then
now.
who is making quote unquote these emotional decisions for us? It's not
All
necessarily
right.
that we're
Well, let me
emotional
answer this,
over it.
Dorian.
It's just that we would be more persecuted by society for not having the matching belt to the
Let me
shoes,
answer this,
while a
Dorian.
man can get away with it.
So hold on, Tommy. These quote unquote emotional decisions or labels have not just been made now. It's
Why is
from
that emotional
centuries
label?
ago. But it's
Right.
from centuries ago. Men are hunters, and women are gatherers, homemakers. You know, if you're a woman and make a plan and you set a target, a woman will deviate from the plan a little bit to put in other things are somewhat are necessary because of some emotional tie to it. A man will stick to the plan.
Who deems it as necessary? Is it because it's coming from the man's plan and he deems it as unnecessary? Why it's bottom line unnecessary versus necessary in the woman's plan and never necessary in his?
No, but if it's a
Who
plan
made it
between
necessary?
if it's a plan between two parties, both parties have to agree that it's necessary and unnecessary.
That's the thing. Who almost always make the plan and who deems something as necessary or unnecessary?
Well,
For
personally,
example,
yeah, go on.
all right, let's say the plan is to decorate a bedroom.
Yeah,
Random, right?
yeah,
So the man said, all right, we need a bed. Makes sense. We need a
yeah,
bed base. Makes
makes
sense.
sense.
You need a 2 night table. Makes sense. The
Yeah,
woman pipes in, we need curtains. The man in female,
makes sense.
what we need curtain for? I've actually seen this conversation happen. Why we need curtain? That's unnecessary. To
No,
which
curtain makes sense.
woman said, no, it's necessary. I've spoken to so many men. They're like, why you need curtains when I need to buy a curtain? My husband even one of those. Why curtains are
No.
necessary? Until we got curtains, until we took down the curtains to wash, and out of laziness, never put it up back. Morning come, bright light stream through the tree-sided window. Cause we have 3 walls or windows. Bright light come in, boom, lick him in the face. Him upset, wake up with a headache. And I'm like, say why the curtain them did necessary? But the plan in his head was we never need the curtains.
Yeah, but when it comes to the accessing mirrors and the accessing vases, those may be unnecessary. And who would choose those?
Not me.
No. The female would choose those. While they may look good, the female will choose those. All right, make we move on to our next question. Ryan, you have something to say real quick? Because you point them long like Duns River.
No, I was gonna make a point in regards to Jermaine's situation when he went for the one pants and got so many other things. I'm assuming that he went with his significant other.
Yes,
That's
Or
right.
Jermaine.
yes,
We'd
Ren.
like to make that assumption.
Yes, Ren. I always go shopping with the lady. I have no choice. I'm like a prisoner here.
So, from why I would attest that the emotions, whereas Jermaine would buy the one pants and not feel no way. Her loving him and wanting to see him look can probably feel bad, which is an emotion.
Exactly.
That look a particular way to ensure say him have everything that he needs.
Listen. You see, I'm a simple being, right? I will wear blue shirt and black pants 5 days a week come to work. But it annoys the hell out of her. You see, I am not wired to think 15 minutes every day what I'm going to wear. That's madness. That energy I could have put somewhere else. As it relates to decorating a room, I could care zero. Anything you want to put in that, you put in that. Once there's a bed.
Exactly.
All right. To that I ask for the women, men who love to keep their women looking good because it's for some reason a show up on him to have a hot looking girl. So him spend forget our hair done, spend forget our nails done, put her in the best looking clothes and buy her new Gucci bag. Are those emotional decisions on his part?
No, let me answer
But it would
this.
be on a woman to make it Pinto look
No,
good.
I'm not answer this. It's an emotional decision on his part, right? Depending on depending on the woman that he's with as well. It's an emotional decision on his part in two aspects. Yeah, in two aspects. One, right, the man where I do it for self-gratification, right? That's just his emotion. Maybe the woman don't want it, right? But him have to put her, for his own self-gratification.
Okay.
And two, you ever hear happy wife, happy life?
So hold on.
Maybe the woman want it. Maybe the woman want it. And to keep his life happy, he goes along with it.
So it's still an emotional decision.
Of course, yeah. And that's why I say, depending on the woman way that he's with, it works in two different aspects.
All right, cool. Similarly, a woman would do it for herself to keep her man, quote unquote, interested and happy. So the thing I'm trying to point out is that people love to attribute anything emotion to women as if men don't have emotions too. They like to disregard anger, lust as emotions. Those are also emotions.
Yes.
An angry man is not being emotional, but a crying woman is being emotional.
And that is society's fault.
Every day I try to fix society or influence them to do better.
But you know what? What about the beautiful thing about emotions is that emotions in a relationship is based on your own dynamic. So
true.
What I would see as emotional in my relationships, whether it be with my children or my husband, family members, might not be necessarily things that you deem as emotional at all. So emotions is a very wide and broad spectrum.
I honestly
it's sad for me, and I agree with you. I know where you're coming from, and it's sad that as a society we deem women as emotional and men not so much. But this is embedded in centuries upon
from
centuries of
Adam and
It
Eve.
can change. That no matter. It can
and
change.
my take on it is that work on the emotional dynamics in your relationship and make sure
Exactly.
that whatever seeds and whatever fruit you want to see come out of those in terms of where you want the emotions to go and how or you're cultured in your relationship or you foster that culture is that. And that will in essence be the base or the foundation for your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children. You plant them seed in them start think a different way. And that's how we get change going.
That's what I strongly believe in change. People say, oh, you can't change. Of course you can change.
No, everybody can change.
A good example is the fact that once we're enslaved and now we're not so much enslaved except for JPS and student loan.
That's the base.
Okay.
So things can change.
Say, listen, man. The physical shackles have just been replaced with the financial shackles.
Yeah, man.
But we're gonna move on because I have a question.
I think
who is more likely? Brian at that point?
Yeah.
After 5.
Go on, pencil, man.
Pencil.
Man,
very short.
All right. Is this regards to men and society? I believe a lot of the issues that we see where men are concerned in terms of, crime, violence, domestic issues, come down to suppression of emotions.
Yes.
There's a correlation.
Yes.
Psychologists have proven that already.
Yeah.
Directly.
Jamaica.
There's a direct relation.
So.
Wait.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
We are so cultured, because it has a lot to do with it. Culture dictates how persons view certain situations and issues. We are so cultured to be manly and suppress it, and if you're ball, you're sissy and all that. So a lot of men battle up their emotions, and then they become like ticking time bombs. So when they come to a situation, they can't help but react in a violent way or a way where you see our compressed emotion does boom. And they do some
emotional way.
Yeah. So
because it's okay to be for a man to be angry. And anger is an acceptable male emotion. But it's not.
The perspective in that, yes, I believe women are more emotional, but we cannot say that man
should
more
expressive. We're not more expressive.
More expressive of emotions.
Because we were cultured. We were cultured to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Stick a pin. Well, you know why women are more expressive? Because your support system is better. Along with the whole culture, your support system is better.
Encouraged.
Yeah,
courage to express our emotions, and it really bothers me that boys aren't. Like if you stub your toe as a little boy, you have a scratch on your knee, you go to your parent, toughen up, man, your boy. Where you going like girl for?
All
Why
right.
are you crying?
You know who me ever blame for all of that? You know who me ever throw some shade on for all of that? And the point that Ryan mentioned as well, women.
I won't even.
Women do that.
I put on both. A father will say the same thing.
Yes,
puts on both.
But a boy will cling to his mom more. So if a mom encourages him to express himself, and he will. And
hold on.
The whole ticking time bomb to Ryan. If a mom, and the crime, listen, man. If women out there would say to them, man, listen, I know where you got road go do, stop it or else it done, but you can't get back. No loving.
Hold on.
Right?
Then you kill her. Who is going to say that?
We are around the Brian. Some man type of relationships are very abusive.
If you were to ever tell one gunman to stop the road and bust gun, he box you with the same gun. In which life?
Probably with narcissistic men.
That is it, Ryan.
Yeah?
And going
You're
back
right,
to the whole
narcissistic
crying
men.
child thing, you have never heard a situation where a little boy is crying and he runs to his mother and the mother gives him comfort. You hear the father say, where are baby him for a big man that now?
True.
Me say that all the while,
stop
but guess what?
blaming it on the
No,
women.
no. Well, I know. Me say that all the while. Me personally say that all the while. And then, you know what my wife said? Leave him alone. He's a child. Let him express himself. And what
And
me
it's
have to
not
do?
every woman can
Me have
tell
to
a
just
man
easy,
that
but
and he does not retaliate against her.
and that's where the narcissistical men come in.
So you're
And
saying that it's the woman's fault. You forget that a lot of the things that women do are out of protection of themselves as well. You cannot
let
speak
me
out
let me
against
let
a
me
man
just
from a long time because men
let me
rule
just
the
say
house
this.
or rule the roost, as them used to say.
No,
So we do what
It
was
is
acceptable by our men.
it is both gender wide there's a breakdown in terms of how our
Both, yes.
children
Yeah.
are
real,
developed and nurtured. It's both.
real.
The
But hold
woman's
on,
fault.
Ryan, you see, you steer the conversation go so.
All right. We'll end that point right there. Moving
Yeah,
right along, Mr.
yeah,
Moderator.
Ryan steer the conversation, but I wanted to ask, who is more likely to drop the line, you know, I love you, male or female?
Both.
You say both?
Yeah. Both.
The man
Who
them
is
think so?
the problem is
At
who is more
first,
likely
is
to
it
actually
first?
mean it?
Right. Is
Women.
it first?
Enough high school girl hear I love you from some taxi man or bus man out the road who want to have sex with them. They will
Yes.
say anything to you to get you to
Yes.
sleep with them. And as a young
Yes.
girl who's been watching Disney cartoons and those Disney movies who only want to hear those words and meet her forever ever
Yes.
after, she will sleep with him because he said I love you.
Yes.
Worse if she never
Agreed.
used to hear it at home.
Agreed. Then
So both will say I love you, but it's who will mean it. Like truly, truly mean it.
I like that part that Tammy said there.
yes.
It's a difference. Who would say it? And to be honest, I'd probably want to lean to men say it more just
To get
because
what they
know-
want.
They
Mhm.
want.
But women, when women
Yeah.
say it, they tend to actually mean to come from the heart. So to
No,
speak.
Tommy. So
Yeah.
that means that when a woman says, I love you, right? That means they're actually in love with you.
I will never be as biased to say that a woman saying I love you definitely means
No,
more
not
than when a man
definitely.
say it.
Right. But
Because a man
you
can say it
say,
and he truly means it as well.
of
I'm
course,
just
there's
saying
All
more men will use
exceptions
it
to every rule.
fake.
But
right. I want to throw a wrench in the conversation.
yeah,
Cool.
fling a spanner.
The wrench is if I'm with somebody and the person never say I love you, do you think that the person don't love you at all?
Yes, can I
Nah.
answer
What
this?
do you use?
Yeah,
What do
go
you
on,
use to
Jeremy.
determine if the person loves you?
Yeah, because Snipe said something earlier on that man in general mostly say the I love you part, especially if you get what they want, right? I on the other hand, I rarely say that word, like rarely say that word even in my current relationship. And here's the reason. I'm more of an action guy. I mostly
There you
like
And
go.
that is what
Love
I'm getting
language.
at. Our love language is different.
Differ, yeah.
So I don't necessarily
Say it,
hear I love
right.
you.
it's
Every day.
it's for me to
You
just
can show
Your
it in
acts of
action.
kindness towards me, that will say I love
You see-
you.
you
That
see,
kind
but
of
just
thing. Me no need-
Her
me
making
no
you
need-
get a brown,
Hold
black,
on,
and blue pants
hold on,
could be her way of saying I love you.
talk, the one. Make Jeremy talk.
you see, you see, but just get up and say it. I don't know, maybe kind of feel uncomfortable. I keep telling this story. One time my father sent me a WhatsApp message, say, I love you, son. Daddy, if you hear this, sorry, me take 2 days to reply. Can I just never know if reply to it.
Oh my God.
No, listen.
Because you're stunned, you're shocked.
Hey,
I
no,
think that
don't
comes
laugh.
from I
Don't
got
laugh, 'cause
nurture. Boys don't
guess
hear
what?
that as much growing up.
No, guess what? Don't laugh. A real thing, Jeremy, because
Yeah.
listen this, my personal experience. Every conversation I have with my father-in-law, he says to me, love you, son.
That's
Love
a
you,
good
son.
father-in-law.
No
Love that.
matter what, every conversation ends with I love you, son. And I want to say love you too, but I
It
love
come
you,
natural
dad,
for you.
but it not come
It
natural
come
for me.
natural for you because you were never
'Cause we-
cultured. You were never
Right. We
raised
have a strong homophobic
Exactly.
culture. So you're not
And
supposed to
for
tell
me,
another male, I love
No,
you, because
you
you're
see,
gay
for me,
automatically.
no, well, me don't know if for the homophobic culture or if it's to call another man that. I just don't know which one it is,
You never
but it
grew up
just
it
with
is
it.
a
doesn't feel
combination
natural.
of both. It's a
I
combination of
probably,
both.
Because
It
probably,
is a
growing up, you
combination
can't,
of
you
both.
love man, that was an insult.
No, but
yeah,
So you're
I
not
wouldn't
gonna
go that road,
say,
Tammy, and say, yo, it's the homophobic culture. Cause for me, and I just male, that's what Pinja just a while ago. I'm in that category. The I love you, me not throw it out just so. It's hard to than
for
even
even
right
a
now, me can tell
parent.
you.
That's what I'm
Right,
talking about. That like
exactly.
another
Because
male.
even just to me say that to my mother. And I say right now, I can't tell you me say that to my mother.
no,
I
me
think
are you
that goes
different,
back
Because
Esther,
to
bro.
growing boys and
because
emotions. You're not
No,
supposed
because
to
hold on.
show
you
and
never
express your emotions.
listen. I have two children, and every day if me don't tell them say me love them, then tell me say them love me, and I culture them that way. I want to grow them to
Right.
say it's
Me
okay
that.
to say I love you. It's okay to
Right.
show somebody that you love them. It's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Me not
No,
necessarily grew
but
up in a love. Me grew up in a loving home, but it wasn't like, oh, it was all butterflies and rainbows. But there was love, and people tell people say them love them. So me grew up hearing that occasionally, not as often, but occasionally.
no,
But
And
you
watch this
yourself
so
thing.
knew that's something that you wanted and you wanted to teach that to your children, and
right.
thus you
So
push that forward.
a culture shift
But
have to
stick
happen
up
with
in there, stick up in the females, cause I will
I hate the
say
term
love you,
females. Am
bro.
I the only one?
No, me never want to call it two on the name at the same time. So I was
Ladies, then
sure,
hold on,
ladies,
females. I feel
ladies,
like livestock.
ladies.
Tammy,
oh dear.
Hey, I don't want to label you as no livestock. So, ladies, even though livestock are value these days. So, anyway,
Oh
anyway,
dear.
I will say, love you, bro. Love you, mommy. I tell my pitting them, love you, right?
Really?
Yeah, cause if me and my brother talk, yo, love you, bro. Me and my friend talk, yo, love you, bro. Yo,
I think
careful,
that's
bro.
good.
You
I
see
say,
me?
I think in doing so, your
Brian,
kids
you
won't
say
be
this
frightened to
word
hear it,
over and over
boy or
is
girl.
making me uncomfortable.
Eh?
Just hearing you saying that those words over and over just now make me uncomfortable.
Love
And
you,
you
And
know
bro.
where
what
does
that
that
and that goes back
discomfort
to
come
what you
from?
say, snipe. It goes back to that, have that in your home where you not tell each other love you, or you not say to them say love you and them not say it to you. Not that you don't love each other, but it's
Exactly.
not something that is verbalized. And
And
so we have
express.
to create this new norm now where we
Right.
vocalize and verbalize and
But
actually
let me ask Snipe a question. So, Snipe, you are more the romantic man, like relationship wise, you are more the romantic type
him
for
romantic man.
and
Very,
romantic, which is right.
Uh,
To show your
very,
female, say, yo, this is how I feel about you.
very.
Yeah, so
You
that's
see,
your love language.
and my love language is to tell you, I do not have a romantic bone in my body.
Affirmation.
So
Words of
some people like affirmation,
affirmation.
like to hear it. Some people like you bring
Yes.
them food. That's how you show your
Some
love.
people like quality time. Some people like
Like
acts of
touching.
service. Yes.
Boy,
Physical
I
touch.
could listen, I cannot plan a romantic date, even if a man give me a script. I but I will tell you, waking up throughout the day and going to bed. And believe you, some mean it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Yeah.
just
So words of
Brian,
affirmation are your love language.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Brian,
yours. And it's
Well,
beautiful.
no. With you saying that, um, this word love language, I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
see twofold. Twofold in the sense that for me, I see myself as how I give it and how I receive it, two different love language.
Yeah, you can
That's
have
because
the thing with
everybody
that
have
with
their
love
own
language is
language.
you have a touch of all of them. One
Yeah.
is always predominant. Sometimes two is
Mm-hmm.
really close. So as a recipient of the love, you might be an act of service, but as a giver of the love, you might be a affirmation person.
Right.
So yeah,
Exactly, because I'm more of hearing it from my girlfriend, hearing it, me good. That lift me on top of the world. But me
Oh.
saying it back, No, but my actions, me go to the world and do something and she's like, So
I
yeah.
know
Man
what you
like
mean.
a
I'm the
man
same.
like uno make man like me look bad, you know.
I'm the same. I don't say it as
Whee!
often, but my husband does. Like, every few minutes I'll hear it. But
No,
for
no,
me, I'll do something for him.
Your acts of service. Yeah, acts of service.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer to
Come
do.
up with action.
And he similarly, he likes to hear it, but he'd love an action. Like I just walk in the office and give him a back massage or something. He loves being touched. So he loves acts of
Physical touch.
service. That's his
Physical,
thing.
physical. Mm-hmm.
So what
Yeah,
you don't
physical.
call me now? Cause I don't really mind.
no, Brian.
I don't mind.
Brian, you're the guy that maybe could write.
There's a test you can do, you know.
You're the guy that
Well,
probably.
no.
You're
Yeah,
the
go
guy
on, Jeremy.
that could probably write a poem about your wife. How many times I see on your status, I mean,
Right.
you just go
So
on
your
and
words of
on
affirmation,
and
guys.
on and on. I mean, I like said, what do this brother, man? You can't stop. I mean,
That's
my
his,
I
his way of
post
showing that he loves his wife.
I
Right,
post
that's five of them.
my girlfriend and my status for my birthday and just said happy birthday to the queen or something like that. And my best friend
Yeah.
said, oh, that's a joy. I'm saying, you want a goddamn book?
No, but
People do
no,
that.
all
Some
right.
people do like a
But-
whole tribute with 10 picture with
But
memories
one
of
of the
each
things,
one.
right?
And
Well,
some
what
ones
I'm
do
saying
one,
is-
one picture.
You
It's not
read
the
about
quantity,
love
it's the
languages
quality.
to find out where you lie on the spectrum. And
Okay,
let's
because
do it as well, so now we get a greater understanding
Understanding
of
true.
how your partner will love on you and how to love on your partner.
if my partner tells me I love you, I feel good with that. If you do something, I feel good with that. Anything I am just simple.
Do
Laid
you
back.
know what the love
Malleable.
languages are?
Me?
Like all of them. Yeah,
Everything.
you guys know. There are
Anything
words of affirmation,
about-
quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. So you may
I'm good
prefer
with all
one
of them
over
then.
the other. Of course,
No,
of course, you'd be
I'm good
good
with
with one
all
over,
of them.
but you might prefer one over the other.
One of
without
them
even realizing.
predominant. One of them is dominant.
Yeah, man, one of
The
them is
dominant
predominant.
one.
But if
Maybe-
you want,
maybe-
there's a test you can do.
Go do the
I'm
test
gonna do
and
that
find out
test
which
then.
one you're dominant in.
Share the link, make we share it for the listeners them.
All right.
Cause I know me not the only one I will feel so tonight.
I already know mine.
Can you feel the love tonight? Right?
Brian.
All right, Lion King. A Lion King that come from?
Good sir,
Yeah.
good sir. Yes, yes, yes.
Brian,
General enough. Yeah.
I agree about the love language because for me personally, I'm all about the action. I am not going to tell a
Not
woman that
surprised.
I love her and not show her. So I'm going to want to treat her, take her out, spend quality time with her, make her feel like a queen.
That's
Yeah.
another love language. Quality time is another love language.
Quality time.
Exactly. And that them just say quality time.
Surprising,
Yeah.
surprising hear that from Rian and every day. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Honestly, at times.
So Ryan.
I love that about Ryan, you know.
Hey,
But
so
I think
Ryan.
it's really important because
When
you
Miller
always
says so.
think, what's the last thing you said to the person if they were to die?
But all I know,
Exactly.
when Miller say, I say love you, bro, and them something, and snipe, I show me and the arrow fire shot. Why you never come defend me and say I say the same thing too?
He
Snipe?
was waiting on his moment. He was waiting on his
Snipe?
moment.
I would never guess that Snipe is the one to do that.
So,
I more think Pinto
Eh?
be the one for bus fire and all them foolish
Brian,
Sit down.
just sit down there and now say nothing. It's all
What
right.
No,
Come on.
hear what Tammy. I want to hear the I love you from the ladies. And I'm
The
going to tell the
ladies.
ladies, I love you.
So the
Well,
reality
I'm going to say, love you, bro.
Here I know.
Brian,
We are go. Make we hear you, Stan Ryan.
the reality is it comes down to two things, culture and experience.
Mhm.
Culture in the Jamaican context is that we know the father not gonna be the one to express to the child or the male child often that I love you. The mother is the one who's gonna do that, which is why it's
That's
easy
gay.
for male to express to their mother, Mommy, I love you, I love you, I love you. But not gonna express
Yeah.
it to the father as much. From an experience standpoint, if you grow up and you don't experience that, in terms of me and my friends, my male friends, we are brothers. You understand? We have a group where me even going through my issues, I can reason with them.
Mhm.
Emotional. right? And when you feel no we are going like say, yo, you're a fish and you get me, I say allow that safe space there where you can be vulnerable. Some of the favorite as my brother, I love you because you help me get through certain things when I go through emotionally and mentally. You know what I mean? So
It's not
All right.
only not having
So-
it when you grow up, because you can end up going two ways. If you never
Yeah.
had it when you grow up, you can either one, crave it and thus bring that into your culture, or you can go the opposite way and you also carry on the culture of not practicing that. Because
Practicing it, yeah.
growing up, I'd never heard my mother say I love you. I don't think I've ever heard it to this day. But I'm the person who will tell all my friends and family I love you, especially
So-
because I don't know if that's the last thing they'll hear from me.
And I like that. I like the fact you said that. And it brings me to the next question, right? Does breakup hurt less or more when you're not fully committed in a relationship?
That's a trick question.
Oh, easy. It's
Once
gonna
a trick,
hurt
once
less if you're not
easy.
fully committed.
Yeah. Okay.
No, hold on, but if you're not really committed to the person, you don't really love this person, you're just there as a fling, and y'all break up, it's not gonna bother you. But if you're
But you can't love your
truly
fling.
deep
No,
in
hold
there,
on. You can love your fling, but you're not in love with your fling. You see my
Right.
point?
No, all right.
no, but
And it
yeah,
bring me
just
back.
because I love my fling, don't mean I'm
Doesn't
gonna
mean
be
I'm
in love with my fling.
exactly. Bring me back to the first point.
This come like a
Love
trick,
and
multiple
being in
choice
love are
question.
totally different. Like easy. I think we all knew that. Yeah?
No, but
I'm just asking.
I say my point to that is something I hate hearing when people say, yo, them now fully commit to a relationship, whatever. Whether through the hurt or whatever, them feel about the person. But at the end of the day, when people say, yo, if you're not putting that much effort, they're not gonna hurt as much when it's done. But to me, hurt is hurt. I don't know if
Listen,
No,
hurt
hurt
is
can be
hurt.
measured.
Yeah, just
If you
like
stub your
pain.
toe and broke your leg, which one hurt more?
Exactly.
no, that's a physical hurt. I talk about the emotional hurt. The emotional hurt.
All right.
Whether
Emotions
partially-
are if your mother dead or if somebody tell us you look ugly, which one hurt more?
Why you so dark if your mother dead?
I'm just
My gosh.
proving that
no,
there is
no,
I mean, if
a
you're ugly,
difference.
you're just ugly, you know.
Can be
no, that's kind of a
I mean, if you're ugly, you're just ugly. That's the truth.
no,
I'm glad the listeners them can't see my face.
Yeah, what Tammy is saying, but no, I wouldn't put these two in the same category. Where what I'm saying is that I'm emotionally attached to somebody. So I'm in love with one person, I may just love that person. I mean, I look forward to spend every day with them, not to talk to every day. But at the end of the day, if I do lose you, it's gonna hurt me. And at the same time, the person I'm in love with, if I do lose that person, it's gonna hurt me just as much. That's all.
But just what you said, you're
Really?
emotionally attached, right? So you can have a
Yeah, that
different
means
level
you're
of
in love.
attachment.
No,
You can
but
have
the-
different
but-
levels
no,
of
but-
attachment. Snipe, I
Yeah.
am attached to you. Yes, I love you. But if you die
So, Snipe,
versus my husband die,
Snipe.
it's gonna hurt a little different for me.
Now,
You know?
hold on, let me ask that question here. Right? You have a man where
No,
love
no,
a
man.
woman.
Stop it.
It's really Snipe. Really
See?
Snipe.
You see, this
I'm
is the
surprised.
thing that we're talking about. You know, love your brother. Say I love you.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Snipe,
love you,
say you
Snipe.
love Rayon. Say you love Rayon, Snipe. Get it
Continue
out
the
of you.
conversation. Continue
If
the conversation.
Rayan dropped down dead of an heart attack in the next half an hour, would you not like the last words you left with him to be that how you felt about your brother, that you love him?
I know, Tammy, you know, you said that thing, and I actually said it to Ryan once, and it bothered me, to tell you the truth, because you know I'm always a fling this, I love you, Aaron. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. And himself, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm say when you're dead, you say it. And you know, so
that is,
I know,
that's
so when
inspiring.
you know, so when I go home and meds it, you know, said it actually did it messed up.
Yeah, that was
Why you so dark?
You see?
You're grimy, Jeremy. You're grimy for that
what
one.
happened there? You know what happened
And
there,
worse-
Jermaine? You reacted and you didn't respond. If you did
Yeah.
stop to really
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
sink in a way, Master, and where he's coming from with his affirmation towards you, you would respond differently.
All right,
So,
me could take Ryan last point, no, and then we, you know.
Is a point system like it a count?
Him gonna lead. Him gonna lead. That can tell you. Him
How
gonna
am I gonna
lead.
lead? I thought I was talking the most honestly, and I felt subconscious after a while. You know.
No, you're more like a boxer with up on the rope and then in the middle of the ring. Rihanna just the pencil man, full of points.
Is in regards to what Jermaine said? Jermaine is one of my best friends. You understand? And him not tell me that, but I know he does because of his actions.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Jermaine is one of my confidants. I can reason about with Jermaine about anything at any level.
That's,
You understand? Even if you not understand him, I'll listening ear to me. You get me, I say? So him
that's
always
beautiful.
do things and show me say, yo, bro, I love you. But him just not say it. But I know he does because that gives the affirmation that my brother love me. You understand?
You
So
know, Jermaine, you need to start affirming with your words too.
Yeah, man.
Don't be afraid of words.
Listen me.
You
The words
never
can't do
know.
nothing.
Him
Listen
can
me.
get
The words-
done
the
by
words-
carrying a brother.
Listen me. I see a
Yeah.
guy picking on Ryan, I'm saying, what you do? I'm jumping at that. You need no more than that.
Really?
I really
Really?
Affirmation needs to be something daily.
No.
Yeah, man.
No, hey Ryan, you see
Life is short.
again, you move with the topic, man. Listen, man, maybe the address tonight point.
Hello.
Tonight. A
What are we
man
talking about?
will have a woman. So let me fix up the part. A man having wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he having wife, he is, like we said, emotionally attached to his wife in certain ways. And him go a road. Him go transgress or whatever. Him go a road.
Transgress.
Yeah. When him go a road now, him go get physically attached to where him find a road.
Physically
Right?
attached.
Yeah, because suppose his wife say, all right, you know what? You have to cut it off. But because of the physical attachment, he can't cut it off.
What's a physical attachment? For me, if you're physically attached to it, that's like me saying I have
think
a
that's
growth.
more psychological attachment.
Are you talking sex?
Yeah.
I don't
Because something is taking you back there.
Yeah.
Something is taking you back there. So it's something
It's
deeper than just the
psychological.
physical.
Okay.
Listen, if something is physically attached to you, you probably need to see a doctor to
You
have it
can
removed.
cut it off in no time.
Like,
that kind of sound bad, listen. But you see, we can all, for the most part, I think we all agree, right? There's a huge difference between I love you and I'm in love with you.
yes.
All right.
Yep.
100%.
We all agree that the I'm in love with you is more powerful than the I love you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy, I think there are situations where one could be more than the other.
I agree on that.
We come full circle a while ago and then we divert that. They said there's situations where one is more powerful than the other.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, when I say more powerful, in my head, I quickly think, who would I choose over the other?
Mm-hmm.
I love my grandmother. My grandmother raised me. She cared for me. She did everything she could for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I am in love with a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which one is more powerful?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to use my current spouse. Let's say that's a boyfriend in the past.
No, man, use your current spouse, man.
No, use your current spouse.
Use your current spouse.
It's different.
He's the person you have loved deeply.
Exactly.
Close to the love.
The reason why I say it's difficult because unfortunately my grandmother's not alive. So now it's in my head. Who would I choose? If I could bring one back from the dead and sacrifice the other, would I?
But you have to choose your grandmother.
Hard.
This is just
that is
dark and
so
grimy.
hard. Similarly, if I was to tell Jermaine, Pinto, if I was supposed to tell you to choose between your girlfriend and your mother dying, you love your mother, but you're in love with your girlfriend who you're choosing. That's kind of hard. So I can't necessarily say.
Listen.
He's gonna choose his mother. Most people would. I don't have that mother-daughter relationship, so I don't have that conundrum to ever worry about. And
No, but
unfortunately, my
listen.
grandmother's already dead.
To be honest, any decision after that, I would pretty much feel like shit. Home the living
Right.
life.
Yes, that is it. Because you love them both, but for different reasons.
Right. And
And
that's the
the
only
nature of
situation
the
I would
love
say.
is different.
You love one, but you're in love with the other one. That's the only way I could say that the
But
two
you
can
notice,
measure
you
up.
notice, you
And it's not
notice the
clear
only
cut
way.
that one is bigger
Well,
than the
I know.
other.
Well, I know. I could take a pass on the DC extended universe, yeah, because it's dark. But
Very.
the
So
only
it
you
would be
notice.
the MC, the
No,
MCU,
not
Monster Cinematic Universe.
no, the DC one. It's dark.
You know the monster one though, right? Hence, it's
Wait,
not
wait.
in Halloween and horror shows. Like,
Eh?
yeah, there's
All
the
right,
MCU.
we can come back to love
Me I
and
have a
Monster.
reason. Yeah, me I have a reason about that one.
and
Sorry.
who are
But
gonna choose.
what me I say is when it comes to family and relationship, unless it's your wife, family would more likely win. But when it
Exactly.
comes to your wife, we're in a
I say it's
or your
all others.
spouse, exactly. When it comes
Or
to
say
your
it's all
spouse,
others.
exactly.
What a
That's-
disaster
So,
that would be if
you're-
that wife divorced you 2 years later.
It's always the case.
See?
Enough time it happen. Enough time it happen.
That's
But
why I
that is the
said
thing.
in that
That's-
case,
that's-
you
That's the
can't
thing about
quantify
relationship.
love versus in love. It's hard.
That's the thing about relationship. There is this unknown. There's a factor of the unknown that
Right.
you always are risking something for. And you know, nothing is definitive in a relationship. You can't say definitively that.
So make we hear everybody final thoughts.
But nothing is
on the
definitive
love.
is in family either. Nothing is,
True.
you can
True.
choose
True.
your spouse. You can't choose your family. And some of
And
us
that's
have
what-
some
and that's
shitty
why-
families.
And that's
that's
why
why
I think in love is more powerful, because when you fall in love, you forsake choice and everything, even reason. A lot of times you fall in love and everything gets forsaken. No,
Unless you have some kind of Oedipus issue.
Complex.
Yeah, Oedipus complex where you're in love with a parent.
that
But
day,
on
tell her that one I die.
another note, hold on, pause, a quick note with the whole
Yeah.
love versus in love thing with family. It has been proven where if you are siblings or even a mother, daughter, father, son, whatever, and you were separated and you weren't able to develop that familial kind of love,
Bond.
there is
Bond,
a
right.
chemical reaction to meeting this person in life and falling in love with them. That's why siblings who have been separated have found themselves falling in love, or parents who weren't in their children's lives and meet them later on have some kind of unexplained emotional attachment to them. So what would have been familial love that you were able to sense instinctually became relationship love or romantic love because you never developed a familial love.
Okay. We
Well,
learn
talk about
something new every day.
Yeah.
Now, my final thought on the whole, topic of love versus in love. I think when you love someone, there's a limit to the things that you will do and how far you will go. When you're in love with someone, you look forward to waking up with that person, going to bed with that person. You overlook, matter of fact, you don't even see the flaws that they have as flaws, right? You just see them as the person that you're in love with, right? And that's why I think being in love will trump just I love you.
Yeah.
Okay,
It will, for
Shakespeare.
most cases.
All right.
Granted, it's case by case. I'm gonna be honest. I can never say something definitively about one thing or the other. I don't know if it's just the scientist in me, because I know there's so many possibilities. There are some persons who have been in love and allowed their boyfriend to rape the sister, while others who would not allow that, even though they're in love with the person. So case by case.
Tell you. Why you're so
It's
dark,
very
man?
subjective.
It's not about dark. It's just what I've been exposed
it's just
to.
subjective. It's
From what I've
subjective,
seen.
and it's subjective, and it's hard to quantify.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Hard
I'm
to-
just
as I started from day one,
Thank you, Sidoni, for tying that up nicely.
Thank you, Sidoni.
You're welcome.
Not go on now.
Love, it varies with each person. And as for
Yeah.
me, I don't put so much how would I put it?
For
Very
sure.
fond of
Weight?
right, yeah, too much weight on the in love versus in love. All no one knows is if me love you, just know say me I go to my way to do things to you, and whatever conditions I still might put it may cause me to fall
That's the
out.
Libra in you.
I will
Hold
fall
on.
out. and
So
cut you
Snipe,
out. Mhm.
Snipe, you love me, yeah?
Yes, Tommy, I love you.
Would you
Wow,
go to
that's-
jail
Snipe.
for me?
Woo,
All right.
Tommy, woo,
That's the
Tommy.
difference, right?
You see?
You're not gonna go
You
to the
see?
ends of the earth because you love me. But
And
if
that
you were
is what.
in love with
and-
me, you would.
Thank you for proving my point, Tammy. Thank you. And with that, we're gonna wrap up.
No, if me if you in love with you, that must mean me I go jail for you. Don't no, me not promise you
All
that.
right.
But you're
What?
more likely to do so.
What I can say is that
I think about it.
Bro, when you're in love, you don't think.
do like me.
Yeah.
I'm on a few words, but I go all in 100%. If it doesn't
That
work
is it.
out, Adele music makes sense on a backlash room.
Straight.
Tommy, think about it.
Drown your sorrows, yeah.
And with that, people, we have a wrap up.
It was a good conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to having this another conversation with these ladies again.
Yeah, man. That's
Definitely.
fun.
Definitely.
Anytime.
There's no bias to our discussions. So we always want, female input. Since it's a panel of all male, it's nice having female input in discussions.
Always.
It's always good to see the other side. Yeah.
You know, honestly,
Yeah.
all the conversations start with choice and evolution. I think a Pokemon never talk about it, but nonetheless,
Gotta catch 'em all.
Best believe I'm currently playing Pokemon this entire time. So
Pokemon right now, too.
yeah.
Pokemon.
you play Pokemon Go?
Gee. Ladies, listeners, the real ones, we apologize.
And best believe this is still recording,
Oh
right?
dear.
Anyway, Jungle people, it's been a good one. And we'll have to go and wrap up. Just enjoy the talk. Mr. Host, time we out.
Until the next time.
Until the
Until
next time.
next time.
Ryan, my brother,
Listeners,
you know that.
I love you, bro.
Say it.
Love
Say
you,
it.
bro.
Kingston, don't leave
Yeah.
until you say you love Rayon.
love each and everyone on. We love the listeners. We love the support we get. The real ones were out there. We are show the love, show the support. Love on all.
And
Regardless.
subscribe the hell out of it, please.
Yeah, like. Punch out the like button till my finger start bleed.